lanes there.
Yeah, it's not looking good so far for I Will Bait You. Um, they they can come back here, but it will be because FaZe Clan misplays this. FaZe
Hmm.
Clan really is sitting in the driver's seat right now, and assuming that they don't make any mistakes, I guess I will rephrase that. Assuming they don't make any serious mistakes repeatedly,
Hmm.
they should have this game in the bag. One of them can get caught out a couple of times, and it's not going to be a huge deal. But if they continually get caught out and they, have one or two members of FaZe Clan go down, then I Will Bait You will be able to push objectives. But barring some incredible throws by FaZe Clan, it looks like I Will Bait You, isn't going to be able to come back in this because FaZe Clan does have that twitch. FaZe Clan does have the ability to just absolutely dominate in the late game. So even going late isn't going to help I Will Bait You out in this. They really need to catch people out repeatedly and push objectives off of that.
Yeah, and they're just creeping up, trying to force this lead that they have. And the Enjo catches out Lemons again, and she's gonna keep going despite missing that pull in. And the exhaust does go out onto the Enjo, but Papa Kank is actually in a bad position. Does dodge the ultimate from Leona, but the flash from Bob Marley, just another kill for him. And Expectus is coming down, trying to pick up this kill, but he's running in the two most fed members of the team right now. And the surrender does go down from I Will Bait You, and it was a very, very steep game for them to come back from. It was FaZe Clan's game to lose pretty much for the most part of the game here, Asana.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I Will Bait You had an advantage initially if they had played correctly. But because Miss Fortune got killed early, that completely shattered her confidence for the rest of the game. And rightly so. Twitch immediately got ahead of her and stayed ahead of her for the entire game. Every other lane got killed pretty early on, and they just had a hard time coming back from that. The only lane that was doing well was up in the top with Expectus versus Zoku. He was doing well, but that teleport where Zoku got down and got 3 kills, he got a Rod of Ages off of that really early in the game. And a Rod of Ages and a Tears on Rise spells big trouble. Renekton tried to do what he could, but Renekton, it's very difficult for a Renekton to carry, especially when he's building like tank items. He does have that Brutalizer to put out a little bit of damage, but for the most part, Renekton needs to build tanky to be able to do well in a team fight.
Yeah, and just a great showing by FaZe Clan here. Congratulations to them. They do pick up that third place placement in the Compete League, Silver League tournament. And so who would you pick for the MVP of this game, Sana?
Oh, I'm torn because I think Diana was the one that did well, did the best overall.
Hmm.
But Bob Marley was the one that initially swung his lane into the advantage so that their jungler, either couldn't gank bot lane or had to pay more attention to it. But then Zoku with the teleport in triple kill was the one that ultimately sealed the deal, and that's the point where every lane tilted in the favor of FaZe Clan. So, there's all of that, but then also Leona. I mean,
Right?
the stuns and the snares. I mean, Leona was the one that set up the initial kill. I'm actually going to go ahead and give that to Leona simply because it was Leona that set up the first kill for Bob Marley. It was Leona that threw down the ward that allowed Zoku to come in and teleport in and get that triple kill. It was Leona that just relentlessly kept diving on members of I Will Bait You and just consistently just was in the face of I Will Bait You, making them focus her, not dying, and putting down crowd control. I mean, she was involved in 11 of the team's kills, which is ridiculous for a support, especially when most of the kills aren't going down in that bot lane.
Yeah, great point there. And definitely great points. Just recognizing every little thing that the supports do and that are often overlooked by many of the League of Legends community, because you do see the stat line as you mentioned that supports don't see that many of the kills, but just the little things that supports can do to really edge the game in their team's favor. And I definitely agree with everyone. Everyone has a chance of being an MVP this game, honestly. There were big plays made in every single lane, but if I had to choose one, I would probably have to choose the Enjo just because he had 15 of the 19 kills under his belt, and he had just supreme pressure and and just basically kept little Asian dude on his toes the entire time. And every single time he was out of position or too far from base and just away from possible counter ganks, he took that mistake and he just exploded on it and just exponentially created even more pressure for himself and onto I will bait you. So I guess we can give the co-MVPs to both Leona and Diana. Very great play from FaZe clan, but also Expectus. He did have a great showing up top, but it was just too far gone by the time the teams gathered together for team fights. They really had no shot at that point when Expectus especially was just stuck at top lane for majority of the game. Just as you know, top laners they're pretty much on an island until the mid game transition begins. So Expectus did get the only kill for I will bait you, but unfortunately it was a little bit too late, a little too late. So
Yeah, and you also have to remember, I mean, yes, there are individual players that are better than people on the other team. However, this is ultimately a team game. So even if you're a really good person on a losing team, I mean, like even if you do well and your team does poorly, it is a team game. And so it's really difficult unless somebody is clearly like, if Renekton had like 19 kills, 19 assists, 1 death, and the enemy team only had like 15 kills, but they ended up winning, then you could say, yes, okay, this Renekton did his best. This Renekton did really well. But, barring a case like that where one person just plays really, really well but still loses, I mean, they're still on a losing team in a team game.
yeah,
So,
you're absolutely right, and that is just the beauty of League of Legends. There, no matter how far you can fall behind in your own respective lane, hopefully the other lanes are doing well and they can carry you through that, resulting in a victory for your team. So, and that's just a great part about the game, that it's not determined by that very first blood. But yeah, great play by both teams. We actually have the founder of Compete League here, Noble. He's gonna join us for a few words for you guys. So here he is.
Hey guys, I just want to say thanks to all the viewers and all the teams for coming out, for coming and playing, or coming and watching. You guys supporting us is awesome, and we hope that you guys stick with us as we grow. I want to give a congratulations to all the teams that made it. Day Awards, Want to Make Some Trouble, Beep Boop Gaming, Lance the Shoot Boys, Magma Gaming, Lousy Laners, Hell and Highwater, Condemned Gaming, Dong Squad, Ancient, and FaZe Clan.
Yeah, those were just great games. Every single game this weekend was just a pleasure to cast. There was, it definitely shatters, the notion that bronze and silver games, bronze and silver players in general cannot make these plays. But there were definitely so many highlights I can point out. The Green Goes Nami steal. I actually went back and saw that highlight. He stole Baron with Nami with an auto attack. As a support, that is outrageous. And then Fupa Sniper got that pentakill with the Rise. And then just overall, just great laning play from all the teams that were playing this weekend. And it was just definitely a pleasure to cast. And I thank you, Noble, for the opportunity to cast these games.
Yes, and there's much more coming. I'm going to talk to all the captains tomorrow about scheduling of the actual league. We're an ETA would be about 2 weeks. So the weekend after the 1v1 tournament or the week after the 1v1 tournament would probably be around the time it starts.
Great. So yeah, just great showing by Day Wars there. They deserved that #1 spot. They played immaculately, and every one of those members on the team just stood out above the rest, and it showed in those victories. So congratulations again to Day Wars for winning the very first Compete League Silver League Championship. So awesome.
Yeah, and in addition to the league, we'll have monthly tournaments. This month, obviously the 1v1. Next week we'll probably have either a 3v3 or a 5v5, barring who wants to play what. But you could be you can be assured that we'll have tournaments every month.
Great, and I also want to thank Sana here for co-casting with me at the very last minute. It's definitely a pleasure to cast with you, and I look forward to working with you again.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I actually did not know that this league existed before I started casting, so I'm really happy to have discovered it. Now I have a place where I can play competitively, even at my own skill levels. So
Awesome.
yeah,
But yeah, that is it for us tonight, guys. For all of us at Compete League and Sana and myself, my name's Roofster. Thank you guys for watching again. And as Noble said, we are going to have many more tournaments to come. Like you said, that 1v1 tournament, definitely sign up for that. There is a $50 RP for the winner of that, and even rewards for second and third place, if I'm not mistaken, right, Noble?
Yep, that's correct.
So yeah, definitely sign up for those, participate in those, and tell your fellow friends, and maybe you guys can join in on the next tournaments in the Bronze or Silver League and form that team, and hopefully I will be the one casting your games, and you guys will be getting that tournament experience that not many people get to have being in Bronze and Silver. So again, thank you guys, and have a great night, and take care now.